What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 27th day of October, and here we are sitting at about $0.0038 now with 11 hours and 11 minutes left in the day. We have moved down a little bit today. We're down about 4.4%, and that's okay. I don't know why we're moving down. Bitcoin's moving up. Zcash is moving up. ZBCN is not moving up, and that's okay. I do assume, with this thing, it's pretty volatile. I do assume that this is just a speed bump on a path that will take us higher inevitably. Let's look at the short-term stuff, see what we're dealing with here. Does this persist? How much more does it persist? Or are we at a low point that we can count on to bounce going into the rest of the week here? Let's see. And in case I didn't say it, hit that like button and subscribe, you guys. Here we are, 1 hour time frame. Let's look at something with some volume on it, I guess. Bybit, yeah, Bybit's good. Bybit, not a whole lot of volume. Volume's actually, as we're looking at it, it is dying off as we're going lower. So that's nice. That's good to see. MACD is at an area where you'd expect to bounce. Stochastics are low enough. You have a higher low here with a lower low in the stochastics and the RSI. That is hidden bullish divergence. You really sold off here. I wonder what happened. Like, what the heck happened? Do we need to, did someone, if there was some kind of fatal flaw, you'd probably get a bigger drop than that. Someone just decided to tank the price a little bit. And I say tank, it's really not that big of a deal, right? It's like a 5% move, if that. What's Zebec here? What are we doing? Nothing. Nothing. Just the same old stuff. Okay. Maybe that's why, because they haven't posted in a few days. People are bearish on the no post. But you do look on the 1 hour time frame like you are at a place to bounce. If not, you're getting there, right? Oftentimes, whenever you first make this initial kind of contact with the oversold zone, you do recover and then you come back down. You get a lower low with a higher low in your indicators, and you get that bullish divergence, and then you move up. So I do think we've seen the brunt of this light pullback, this very light pullback. Okay, looking at the. Let's look at this fib. Let's do that. Yeah, let's look at this fib. Right, that was back on the 23rd. What a wicked candle that was there, man. Wow, from a low to a high here. Yeah, if you were to pull back lower, I think it's very possible. Hold on. Hey, knock that off. Okay, don't do that. Low to high here. The 382 would be a good area to find support. I would think that 0.03773 would be a perfect area to bounce from. And perhaps you go just below there. That's fine if you do. But I think, prior resistance, prior support, it's the 382. Prior support back here as well. Like it seems like a good enough area, I think, and serendipitous enough of a number to pull down exactly to that level and then bounce. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we bounce either right off this level or maybe just slightly below. But I think with this, again, the idea here being that the indicators are at a point where you might expect a little bit of a bounce. Just because we bounce doesn't mean that we're done moving lower yet. Maybe we bounce and then we move lower. We get that bullish divergence and then we really bounce. This is on the 1 hour time frame, so all of this could transpire by the end of today, let alone by the end of tomorrow. So I don't expect that we'll be moving down for too much longer, but I do expect that we have lower to go. 4 hour time frame here, zooming out a little bit more. Stochastics are getting to that same oversold area. The RSI is breaking its upward ascending channel kind of structure here, but overall providing a very good, healthy, positive and strong looking RSI. The MACD is also strong, but you're just taking a little bit of a break here. That's fine. All good things. So this is just a healthy little pullback. That's all it is. And with healthy pullbacks, typically you find support either, to the 236 or the 382. I think we're going to find support right there at the 382. Sometimes you go lower. Don't get me wrong. If we go to the golden ratio or the 0.5, that's still healthy. That's still fine. We could go as low as 0.035 and still be fine. Okay, it's not a big deal. So if we do go lower, don't worry about it. But I don't think that that's what's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, looking at these indicators, I think we're just going to have a little reprieve, and then we're going to recover probably within the next day or two. We should be moving up higher. Looking at this from a high to low perspective here, high to low right there, we have interacted with the 786, 886 zone once already. We've interacted with the golden ratio zone a plethora of times, and we have upheld this 382 wonderfully over time. We got our fake out breakout here right down on this day. We got the fake out breakout, moved up higher right afterwards. Very positive reaction. I don't think it stops here, right? I don't think it stops here. I very much would expect that you go higher. And likely what happens is once you take off above these highs here, you probably don't stop at this zone. You probably just rip right through all the way up to 1 cent and beyond, okay? And you will be going much, much past 1 cent here. Looking at the current price or looking at the current indicators, the RSI overall on a daily time frame is actually very positive. Neutral right now, somewhat neutral, but very positive overall. That's my daughter. If you guys hear any noises, by the way, she's just laying down right here with me. Anyways, stochastics are pointed downwards. I don't like that, but again, we keep coming back to this every damn day for like the last 4 days now. Is that you have bounced here before? However, with what we're doing today, the fact that you're pointed down like this, I don't like this. I don't like this look right here, right? We didn't have this over here. We didn't really have this over here, right? We had more of a bounce. So I think by the end of the day, we got 11 hours left in the day. By the end of the day, you need to make this lower price action happen and then have a dramatic recovery, because I think you need today to close green. If not, this stochastics could, by tomorrow's video, could really promote the idea that we do go back down to like 0035, and that's okay if we do. But I would like to see this thing just move higher right now instead of worrying about going lower. And if we go lower, it's okay. If we go lower than 0037, 0038, whatever, it's not a big deal. But somewhere in that area, that's where I expect us to find support. What was that 382, by the way? Let's see. From a low to a high. Low to a high. See, that's right, 3777, right. Anyways, overall, very productive, I think, stochastics and RSI. The MACD is a bit neutral. It's a bit bearish even, but we're moving sideways. I don't blame you. It's kind of unreliable at this point in time. We can look forward to the cross above the zero. That should provide some growth as well, but I don't see that happening necessarily right now. It should be happening any week now, but maybe not like today or tomorrow. From a high to a low, again, the expectation here is that whenever we break out of this consolidation phase, this Dorito chip of truth and prosperity, whenever we break out of this, we're probably going to see prices erupt all the way to 3 cents and beyond. We're looking at a 3-cent bare minimum to 7.7 cents at the maximum, maybe even 8 cents potentially, something in this zone. That's the expectation at the moment. So I think we could see this by the end of November, and if it's not by the end of November, certainly by the end of the year, we should be up here. I would think that we're at higher targets by the end of the year, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this first couple weeks of November goes, and we'll go from there. But I got nothing else for you guys. I think I've said everything I need to say. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Let's look at the Fibonacci candles real quick. Oh, hold on. Hey, dude, can you stop? Can you just stop? You're making all these noises, man. Told you to not make noises. Come on now. Green candles. Finally shifting green. That looks nice, but it's the daily. We don't really have a lot to go off of with that. 3-day, the weekly. Nothing really to go off of, so that's okay. Anyways, thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.